Hi, Bill Jr. here to give you guys a little bit of insight on how a home inspection actually works. We're going to take you through the exterior, interior of the property, basement and attic to show you what to expect during the course of a home inspection. The exterior portion of a home inspection consists of several things. Some of the items that we're going to be taking a look at today include the roof, the exterior windows and doors, the siding, landscaping, and exterior chimney components. Some of the first things we evaluate when we show up to the home inspection are the walkways, porches, and patios. As we see here, we have some minor cracking to the front walkway, which will be included in the inspection report, and we'll continue on to see if there's any other issues. As we're walking around the exterior of the property, we're also evaluating the landscaping components, which include the vegetation, but also the grading of the dirt around the property. As we can see here, the dirt is in direct contact with the siding. This is not preferable because it can cause damages to this nice wood siding. The siding components we inspect include the siding material itself, the trim components, and the soffits and fascia. The roof, chimney, and gutters will be inspected in a variety of ways. This is done from the exterior portion of the home. The roof is also evaluated from the attic space as well from the other side. There's three items which make up your gutters: the gutters themselves, the downspouts, and the splash plates or extensions. During the course of the home inspection, we're going to make sure all these components are intact and in functional condition. The roof and chimney we either inspect from the ground or from the roof itself. We also can evaluate it from the roof edge. The garage is another major component which we inspect. We inspect the interior components of the garage, and we also inspect the garage doors. The exterior windows and exterior doors, we inspect both the exterior and the interior of the home, but we have to test for proper function from the inside. So we just unlock the latch and slide the window up to make sure that it opens and closes. These particular windows are the original single pane windows. Single pane windows are not as energy efficient as thermal pane windows, and we do recommend replacement for these over time. We also repeat this process with the exterior doors. The front door in this home has what's called a double cylinder lock. A double cylinder lock can only be opened from the interior with a key. We recommend these are replaced with tumbler locks, which can be opened from the interior without a key. Now we've completed the exterior components, let's head down to the basement. We're here now in the basement. The basement is what we like to call the meat and potatoes of the home. It contains a lot of your major systems. We're going to walk through some of those today. Some of those systems may include the boiler, structure, and foundation walls. This is the main electrical panel of the home. Typically, these systems are found in the basement. They can be located in other areas. In this house, it is in the basement. We identify a couple things. One, we identify what the name of the panel is. We identify the size of the panel, which is listed here as 200 amps. And we're also going to remove the panel to see if there's any issues on the interior. Another thing we're able to see in the basement electrically is the branch wiring. Here we have Romex and BX wiring. Next to the electrical panel, we have the water main system. This pipe feeds from under the ground here into the house and gives us fresh water in the home. The shutoff valve for this system is located right here and will be identified in your inspection report. We also in the basement have the gas meter. This system is usually located in the basement, garage, or exterior. Here we have it in the basement. Nothing that you have to worry about with this system. It's just going to read how much gas that you are using. The shutoff valve is also located over here. But this system would be something that will be operated by the gas company. This home that we're in does not have central air conditioning, but it does have a heating system. The heating system we have here is a steam boiler. Great source of heat. This system actually happens to be oil-fired, which is going to burn at a very high temperature. The last major system we have here in the basement is the hot water heater. The hot water heater produces potable hot water for the sinks and faucets. The presence of asbestos is not included in a home inspection, but if we do see something that appears to be asbestos, like this wrap we see on the pipe here, we will point it out in the inspection report. To confirm if it is asbestos or not, it would need laboratory testing. We can take samples at the time of the inspection to determine if this substance is or is not asbestos-like. Another thing we're going to be inspecting here in the basement is the structure. We cannot see the entirety of the structures. We do have a partially finished basement, but we do inspect where visible. Here we can see areas of the joists, which you see here, and part of the main beam. The areas that are visible do appear to be in solid and good condition. Down here in the basement, we can see a lot of the supply and drain plumbing materials. These systems will be tested as we go up to the upper levels and run water in the kitchens and bathrooms. Down here, we can see we have copper supply plumbing. We also have plastic ABS drain plumbing, and we also have galvanized drain plumbing. Galvanized drain plumbing is an older material. It corrodes from the inside out and usually prompts slow drainage and possible leakage. It is rated for 75 years. After that 75-year life expectancy, you can start to experience problems. It's recommended to budget for replacement for this material over time. Now that we've taken a look at some of the basement components, it's time to check out the interior of the house. Follow me and we'll take a look. So now we're going to take a look at the interior components of the house. The interior components of the house include the interior finishes, the walls, ceilings, floors, interior doors, interior stairs, and all other associated components. We're going to walk you through and show you what's going on. During the interior portion of the inspection, we're going to be checking the interior outlets to make sure that they're properly wired and have power. Here, this is properly wired and grounded. We're going to make sure that the interior doors open and close properly and have all the correct components. As we walk through the interior rooms, we're also going to make sure that the light fixtures function. We're also going to evaluate the interior stair components. We're going to make sure that the handrails are installed properly. We're going to make sure that the balusters are installed properly. And we're also going to make sure that the handrail is nice and sturdy. Some homes have fireplaces. This particular home does have a fireplace. We do what's called a Tier 1 evaluation, which is just a visual inspection of what we can see with our own eyes. And we're going to complete this on this fireplace. Here we have the firebox. Some visible cracking that we can see, which will need to be fixed. We're also going to evaluate the damper door, which is controlled by this component here. And we're going to look up into the smoke chamber for any visible issues. So here we're going to enter the attic space. We have a nice pull down stairs here that I can just pull down and walk up. We're going to take a look at the attic structure, flooring, insulation, ventilation, and any possible roof leaks that might occur. So the attic structure does look good here. We do have proper collar ties, which are these items here. Roof rafters are all intact. We do have a partial flooring here. We cannot see all of the floor joists below, but we will do our best to evaluate. The roof sheathing in this particular attic, which is this component right here, is the original wood shake roof. That means that this roof that we have on is 2 layers. On the next roof, this sheathing would need to be replaced with new plywood. Some of the insulation is visible here. A lot of it has become compressed and is not going to be as energy efficient as it once was. We cannot see what's below the floors. We only do a visual inspection, but we would recommend the areas that have become compressed are replaced with newer insulation for better energy efficiency. There is minimal ventilation in this attic. The only vents that we do see are the windows. These windows would need to be opened to allow for cross ventilation. It is recommended that you do have some sort of ventilation from the bottom, which would be soffit vents, cross ventilation from gable vents, and we would also recommend that you add a ridge vent or roof vent. Now that we're done with the attic space, let's head down back into the interior of the home and test the kitchens and the bathrooms. That's the final part of the home inspection. We'll be evaluating for leakage, any type of damages, or any system that's not functioning properly. During the bathroom portion of the evaluation of the home inspection, there's several items we're going to be testing. I typically start with a sink faucet. I test the stopper for proper function. I turn the faucet on, and I allow the basin to fill. Once I allow the basin to fill a little bit, I shut the faucet off, allow the water to drain, and feel the trap for any source of leakage. Once I'm done with the sink faucet, I typically move my way over to the toilet. I flush the toilet to check for proper function. I feel beneath the bottom of the tank for any type of leakage. I feel the shutoff valve and the connection to the toilet tank. And then I shake the toilet to make sure it's properly secured. If the bathroom has a vent fan, we will also test that for proper function, and we'll just operate it with the switch. As we see, this fan is functioning. If the bathroom has a tub or shower, we will test the components associated. So this bathroom has a tub, so we're going to pull the stopper and allow the tub to come on. We're going to move this over to the hot side to make sure we're getting hot water. Nice and warm. Now let's engage the shower head. Now that we're done testing the bathroom components, let's head down to the kitchen and test those appliances. So there are several appliances and fixtures that we're going to be testing in a kitchen space. If the kitchen has a dishwasher, we will evaluate the dishwasher. We'll evaluate the cabinets and countertops. We'll turn on the sink. We'll turn on the stove and oven. And we'll also evaluate the microwave for proper function and test the vent fan. We'll test the refrigerator. And if the refrigerator has a water and ice dispenser, we will evaluate that as well. Let's start with the dishwasher. The dishwasher is a simple system to operate. We're going to open the dishwasher first, make sure that there's nothing inside that could get damaged. We're going to close the dishwasher and turn it on. Over here at the sink, we're going to be operating the sink, testing the drain, and making sure that all the items here are functioning. We also have a water dispenser and a sprayer. The stove and oven are simple to test. All you do, we light each stove burner to make sure that they are functioning. And then we'll also turn on the oven. And we will allow that to heat up and get nice and warm to make sure that's working as well. Over the stovetop, typically you're going to have either a range hood or a microwave. In this kitchen, we have a microwave with a vent attachment. With the microwave, we're going to test it for proper function. So we're going to put it on here for 30 seconds and make sure that's working. That for start. We're going to test the surface light, which is functioning. And we are also going to test the vent fan, which is also functioning. Lastly, we're going to evaluate the refrigerator. We're going to open up the refrigerator, make sure that everything's nice and cool. We're going to repeat this process with the freezer. Everything's nice and cool in here. This refrigerator has an ice and water attachment, which we will test. The water is nice and good. Alright. The ice is good as well. Now that we've completed the home inspection, it's time to write our inspection report. Our inspection reports are extremely detailed, contain pictures, comments, and a full summary page. Our reports come out the next business day. I hope this video was informational and will help all that watch. If you would like to schedule us for a home inspection, you can schedule online on our website, or you can call our office at 908-769-0028. And remember, we protect your greatest investment.